Hello everyone. Thanks for being here. Today, we're covering a key topic for anyone starting a business or going self-employed: legal structures in Austria. When starting a company, one of the first questions is, what's the right legal form? This choice affects everything: liability, taxes, funding, and more. Let's dive in and clarify the essentials. Why the legal form matters. A company's legal structure establishes its framework, defining obligations, liability, and flexibility. Austria offers several options, each with unique benefits and drawbacks. Choosing the right one is essential for steering your business in the right direction. Here's a look at Austria's main business structures, from simple setups to those better suited for larger ventures. Sole proprietorship. Limited liability company GmbH. General partnership OG. Limited partnership KG. Joint stock company AG. Cooperative. Let's break each one down. The sole proprietorship is the simplest way to set up a business. No minimum capital is required, and the setup is pretty straightforward. But beware, the trade-off is full personal liability. If anything goes wrong, you're on the hook with your private assets. The limited liability company is one of Austria's most popular structures. Why? Because it offers limited liability, shareholders only risk what they've invested. Minimum capital is €35,000, half of which must be paid in at the start. GmbHs are ideal if you're working with partners or looking to bring in investors. In a general partnership, all partners have joint liability with their personal assets. It's simple to set up and doesn't require starting capital, but the liability can be a major downside. A limited partnership has two types of partners: general partners, who have full personal liability, and limited partners, who only risk their investment. This structure is useful for attracting outside funding without subjecting investors to full liability. The joint stock company is the most complex and capital-heavy form, but it shines for raising funds. Shares can be traded on the stock exchange, and shareholders only risk their initial investment. However, it requires a minimum capital of €70,000, and you'll need both a board and a supervisory board. The cooperative is a unique form focused on mutual benefit, often with members having limited liability. Its goal is to support the economic interests of its members. Each legal form has specific requirements for liability, tax, funding, and administration. Liability varies significantly. Sole proprietors and general partners bear full personal liability, while GmbH, AG, and cooperatives offer limited liability, protecting personal assets in case of business issues. Tax obligations vary by structure. Sole proprietorships and partnerships pay income tax, while corporations are subject to corporate tax and must meet annual reporting requirements, adding administrative duties. The accounting obligations also vary. GmbHs and AGs must follow full accounting practices, while smaller entities like sole proprietors may use simpler income expenditure accounting if under a certain revenue threshold. Choosing the right structure comes down to several considerations. Liability tolerance: how much personal risk are you comfortable with? Capital needs: how much funding do you want to commit or raise? Growth plans: will you stay small, or is growth a big goal? Compliance readiness: how much admin can you handle? A good discussion with a tax advisor or lawyer can go a long way toward helping you make the right call. To wrap it up, picking the right legal form is a big strategic decision. Liability, tax benefits, funding options, all these aspects are shaped by this one choice. Thank you for your attention, and if you have questions, contact the ZAT Leo Ben.